Hey everybody, I want to Wisdom here with
the Walkthrough King.
It is Sunday Smash Day. Friday evening we completed bracket number 1, the Mario bracket of our Super Smash Bros. March Madness tournament.
Although it's more like the Peach bracket.
That is true. Mario was the number 1 seed, the prevailing winner from bracket 1, advancing to the Final Four, Princess Peach. We're going to move in now, and we are going to begin with bracket number 2. Let's get the spreadsheet here. Up. And our first matchup, my friend, is Luigi and Charizard.
Oh, dang.
This is a rematch, much like Mario and Pikachu from the tag team competition we saw, I believe, Friday night or on your birthday.
Well, not tag team, because all the players were in it at the same time. Okay, you're going to go Smash, Special Smash.
Alright, if you missed the setup last time, here it is. We're going to what are you doing?
I'm trying to find the live stream.
Okay. How do we adjust that? You don't do it here, right? I don't know what you set this up as last time.
No. You go to stamina, and then that's all.
Weren't they 100 HP though?
Yeah, you can change that.
Okay. This ad does not support one of Wisdom or the Walkthrough King. It supports Twitch. Alright, so Mario and Pikachu threw down in our kickoff to bracket 1. This time around we have got Luigi and Charizard.
I will go ahead and choose Charizard. Make sure that you put Luigi as a level 9.
Yeah, I'll get that changed here in a second.
Oh.
Stop.
And we need 1. Hold on.
Why is the HP not showing up? I don't understand why all of that isn't contained in the same sub-menu. You know?
There we go.
Special Smash! Luigi!
Oh, I'm P1.
Yeah, that's also annoying. That's very annoying how they do that.
So, go ahead and set your character's HP to 100 and their level to 9. And I will go ahead and set his color back to green.
Alright, so here we go. It is Luigi and Charizard kicking off bracket number 2. I'm putting my money on Luigi. How about you?
I don't like to predict who wins before the fight actually happens.
Are we doing Battlefield?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right here. Both of them are good PvPers. But either way, a strong person will be eliminated.
Charizard with the early 9-point lead.
Now, I'm better as Luigi than level 9.
Wow, this is not looking good.
Because I would just slap that stupid
Charizard is double the HP on Luigi at this point in time.
Why does he not do the slap?
He is getting slaughtered. This is not looking well for Luigi.
I don't think I put him on level 9.
I did earlier. Well, he's at 1 HP. This would be a 61-point comeback. I believe in the green man.
I'll make sure that he was a level 9. I'll have to
it's sad he wasn't P1. That might influence it.
Yeah.
So Charizard with what I would consider to be a bit of an upset victory.
I might have forgotten to set Luigi.
No, I did it before we did anything. He played like a level 3, though.
Yeah.
I'll say that, too. Disappointing start for Luigi.
He was level 9.
Our next matchup will be Pit versus Female Villager.
Ooh.
So you go ahead and select Pit.
My money will be on Pit.
You know, after the performance we saw from Villager...
Oh yes, not winning.
I'm going to go ahead... Well, he advanced quite nicely. We simul-clicked CPU as well. But... money on Villager. I will say in advance, I believe this matchup will come down to Pit's ability or inability to dodge the gyro rockets.
Well, as you saw, Peach didn't do a good job of dodging them.
True.
But she was able to get
Pit draws first blood.
Villager into a position where...
Oh, Pit foolishly jumps into the gyroid rocket, and now he's victimized by the tree. Will he be a complete idiot? No. If...
Oh,
wow. This is very even. It's a 3-point differential now. 2 points in favor of Pit. Fireworks. Gyroid rocket him. Yes. Okay, Pit did something very few do. He jumped the gyroid rocket. Congratulations, Pit.
10-point lead right now. They're having a staring contest.
She was trying to dig up a fossil. Oh, she's got the balloon recovery.
Yeah. Whoa!
All right, we've got a 7-point lead for Pit. 15 point.
Oh,
nice recovery, but it looks to be... Yes, it is. Pit with a 27-point victory.
A lot better performance by Pit than Luigi, or by Villager than Luigi. It was a lot closer than that last fight we did.
So here shortly we will see Charizard and Pit, but for now we're going to advance through the first round of this bracket. This next matchup is a pivotal one.
What is
you know who we've got? We have got Little Mac facing off against Shulk. I should probably quit predicting things because everyone seems to lose.
Yeah, that's why I don't predict. So I choose Shulk.
That is correct.
Okay.
Alright. So we'll just stick to the
usually commentators aren't, like, biased about anything.
One of them pulls the sweet tea closer to his lip and silently pulls the liquid from the straw. Deliciously.
Wait, what? Why does he have, like, Buster and all that? What?
Yeah, we don't really play as Shulk much.
Why does Shulk have special abilities?
I think it's something... They tried to make, like, new and DLC characters sort of a bit OP.
Oh my gosh, I thought he was dead right there.
But it doesn't seem to phase Little Mac because he's got a commanding lead. Almost 2 times the health on this clown.
What?
The KO meter on Little Mac is filling up. He's 3 arrows away.
Very weird. I'm just focusing on that thing next to his name.
Whoa, nice hit there. It's an 18-point lead. Wow, it's a 6-point lead for great recovery by Little Mac. Little Mac with the KO meter, things are not looking good. It's a 15-13 2-point differential. Shulk and Little Mac going toe-to-toe here. And it's Little Mac with the punishing blow to win the game.
KO.
Wow. Now, for the record, he's who I was going to pick, but didn't, so I wouldn't jinx him. In addition to that being a great matchup, very close, I feel like this next one could be similar. It's 2 of our lighter weight characters. We have Meta Knight going up against Pac-Man. You know what the difference between Meta Knight and Pac-Man is?
What?
You can actually get the Pac-Man amiibo. Alright, so Meta Knight versus Pac-Man.
Okay.
This should be a good one. Dun, 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 dun. Again, I will refrain on my predictions and try to keep this professional.
Yeah. Last night I was like, dude, how can you keep predicting? Or Friday night, I should say.
Alright, Meta Knight swoops in. Neither character's been hit yet. Pac-Man unloads a blow, but they dodge it. Both characters full health. Meta Knight draws first blood. 4 Pac pellets. Pac-Man introducing Meta Knight, some of his friends. He's a 20-point lead, 25-point lead.
Pac-Man.
Wow.
Absolutely giving him a taste of sliced pie right now.
Yeah. From the looks of it, you would think Meta Knight would be performing better, but Pac-Man has used his skill and ageless wonders. Time in the arcade has really paid off
here. His attacks do more damage.
Yeah.
That's why.
Meta Knight has the speed, but Pac-Man seems to have the power pellet advantage. Oh, he's just tossing him around like he don't care. Look at that edge guard maneuver with the fire hydrant. Very well played. Level 9 strategy complete.
And Meta Knight falls to the
That
ground.
was disappointing. I didn't even see a recovery.
He did better than Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah. And with a convincing round 1
I think
win.
Meta Knight still would have died even if it wasn't for that edge guard because he was at like 20% and Pac had like 60.
This will set up an interesting matchup, Little Mac versus Pac-Man in round 2. But again, we're going to now progress down to the back half of our 16.
Yep.
This side of the bracket is headed up by none other than King Koopa, Lord Bowser.
Wait, no, P2.
Yeah, well, you took P1 away.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Bowser will be going up against ROB.
Oh.
In a classic showdown.
It'll actually be
You wanna
Rob. There we go.
Now the
This will be
idea.
an interesting matchup.
The ideal matchup, of course, you would have seen Bowser take this bracket, Luigi take his. They meet in the championship of this bracket. Winner going on to the Final Four. That, of course, won't be happening. But nonetheless, this remains a classic matchup. This is something that we did time after time in Super Smash Bros. Brawl on the Wii.
But I think Rob was better in Brawl. As I say that, he destroys.
Wow. Well, he was. He had the Iron Curtain going in, and with one swift swoop, Bowser nullified everything.
Yeah.
This is a
Bowser,
fairly even match now.
I
It's
mean,
in
Rob is
differential.
destroying Bowser, but Bowser's attacks do like more damage than Little Mac.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the strongest.
we've got a
one.
3-point lead for Bowser. Quite the comeback. he
Even
started.
if Rob loses this, he
15.
destroyed Bowser. In my opinion.
15-point differential. 20-point
Rob-
differential, and
wow,
Bowser just
wow.
one swift
I mean,
swoop. KOs that.
Rob destroyed Bowser, but Bowser's attacks are so much stronger.
All right. This next one, ladies and gentlemen,
If-
going to be interesting as well.
If Rob was against anyone else, I feel like he would have won. Because, I mean, he
Bowser
did
landed
so
a
much.
lot of punishing hits.
Yeah,
This time around, we've
Rob
got an
landed so
interesting
many more
matchup. We're
combos.
going to see Robin versus Roy. That will be a Koopaling. The Koopalings have fared quite nicely here in early action from the tournament.
That would be Bowser Jr.
Oh, passed him.
There
There we go. All right, CPU it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
There we go.
All right, here we go. Robin versus Roy.
In my opinion, Roy is the best Koopaling.
Yeah.
Like, he's always been the one that
He's
does
usually
it.
World 6, isn't he? All right, Roy, he's keeping it cool, keeping the shades on, even though it's a little dark. Hopefully
Now,
that
you
won't
saw what
impact
the
his
propeller
performance.
did against the other people that the Koopalings
Wow,
fought.
Roy unleashes the fury here. It's a 6-point lead. Robin conjuring
Oh,
up some
okay,
black
Rob.
magic. Roy got wheels. Roy comes in. Oh, and the drill down
that's-
technique.
Robin's gonna have to make quite
Mecha
the
Koopa's on the
comeback.
stage. Wow,
Wow,
Robin just got hit by a
Robin.
Mecha Koopa.
Robin doing not very.
Uh-oh,
He
uh-oh.
cast the magical spell, and
There we go.
Roy gets destroying hit. Robin keeps using the black magic, but
Man, I tell you,
Roy-
things are not looking good for
Roy
Robin.
is.
Oh no! Wow,
Oh
that was
my
a
gosh,
clutch
very
recovery.
good recovery.
It's a
right
60-point lead for the Koopaling in pink,
there. Oh,
and
nice
I think
block.
this is about game over.
Nice block by
That-
both
I agree.
competitors.
Robin with a clutch block there on the cannonball. Wow, this
Yeah,
is game,
that's-
set,
that's
match,
it,
ladies
that's
and
it,
gentlemen. It's a
that's it.
75-point lead here. This is what we in the business call a slaughter fest.
Mm-hmm.
And insult to injury, he continues to wheel and deal damage
If,
after the day.
if Roy... Now, doesn't Roy have to go against Bowser now?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh.
Roy advances to take on dear old dad Bowser.
I'm
Now-
kind of hoping Bowser wins this bracket. Not because I think he's the best, but
Ooh.
because I'd love to see Bowser versus Peach.
Yeah, yeah. All right, speaking of Peach, we've got another Mushroom Kingdom princess. We're going to see Daisy.
Which is a reskin of
Exactly, but again, we had to get to 64 characters. Stay on that Koopaling. She's going up against Morton.
Peach. Oh.
Dun 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 dun.
Now, I think everyone knows who my money's on, as well as his.
Yeah. Go ahead and CPU that. All
But I
right.
mean, Daisy does have the same attacks as Peach.
That is
so-
true, but she is also Daisy. That is the game changer. Alright, here we go. Things are kicking off. Both characters maintaining health. Daisy with a nice dodge. She does a glove slap. And he returns the favor with the hammer pranks. Alright, we've got a 3-point margin. Daisy unloads with the turnips. Okay. Morton doesn't want to disappoint his fellow Koopalings who have advanced. Will the Mecha Koopa sneak up from behind? To a degree, but she was able to evade it. I'm not sure if that was by luck or blind chance. Things aren't looking good for Morton, ladies and gentlemen. Daisy absolutely clamored that clown.
Well, remember, if it was actual Daisy,
True.
it would have been she did no damage, but since it's a reskin of Peach, she did better.
And as we saw in the last bracket, where we had a lot of Koopalings come in, they could often reverse course for their friends. This time around, we've got the heavyweight villain of Hyrule, Ganondorf, going up against yet another Koopaling. This time it's Ludwig von Koopa.
How do you know it's Ludwig von?
Because I am an OG gamer and I played Super Mario World. CPU. Ludwig's Castle.
So is it everyone's Von Koopa?
No, he's like a composer, kind of like Beethoven.
Oh.
Alright, so here we go. Ganondorf is getting advertised. Is that a sign of things to come? Ganondorf has never been my favorite character, but he can at times have his moments. But let's face it, the way these Koopalings have machined these, oh my lord. Ganondorf.
Is that it for Ganondorf?
Oh, wow. I didn't think the big man had that type of recovery in him. I was about to say he's going to pull a Zero Suit Samus and be rejected from the next tournament. Ganondorf shows some hops there and actually dodges the cannonball using that strong upper kick.
This is close.
It's a 10-point lead for Ludwig. Let's see if either character can land a
4.5
blow.
hearts versus 3.5.
20-point advantage now. Ganondorf had a great opportunity to edge guard and missed.
1.5 versus 4.5.
Ganondorf just lacks the speed, it seems, to connect with Ludwig as he'd hoped. It would be an interesting matchup, him and Bowser. That said, you've got to take it one match at a time. And it's a 28-point lead now for Ludwig. Ganondorf, wow, Ganondorf's taking the lead as an 8-point lead.
No.
Ludwig saved himself.
How?
That was a clutch performance by Ludwig.
That was amazing.
All right.
That was amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 16 contestants in bracket number 2 have made it through the first round. Let's take a look at those second round matchups. We're going to have Charizard and Pit going against the winner of Little Mac and Pac-Man. Bowser versus Roy with the right to face the winner of Daisy and Ludwig. So here we go, first matchup, Charizard and Pit. Dun 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 dun. Alright. I could see this going either way. Charizard performed very well. Pit did quite well himself. Are you planning to select the character?
No, why would I ever do that? Who do I pick?
Pit, yes. He's up by Zero Suit, above Lucario, below Bowser Jr. There we go. You're not really having to switch characters ever. Like you stay in the same area. Okay, CPU him.
Think I'm dumb?
Well, I keep having to remind you. Alright. Ness is getting advertised. Who knows why that's happening. Alright, Charizard and Pit. Let's see what happens here. Both characters commanding. Alright, so no damage has been dealt. Pit with the first blood, and Charizard returns the favor with the infamous headbutt. Let's see here.
Pit's in the lead with 3 points.
Charizard has no backup. There's no Pikachu to save him today. Charizard is actually okay. Now he's down 7. This is a fairly even matchup thus far. I say that, and Pit has opened up a 25-point lead.
Yeah, what do you mean even?
Things change fast with 100 HP. There's Charizard. He gets the Rock Smash. It's a 21-point lead, 33-point lead now. Pit on the ground taking fire to the face. What a disgrace. Alright, here we go. It's a 30-point lead. Wow, Pit is commanding. Charizard is going to have to land some serious blows. I don't know that he can do that close quarters. Pit with yet another impressive victory. If I remember right, I think he had, 67 in his round 1 win over Villager. So Pit advances to the final 4 of this bracket. But before he can celebrate too much, he's got to get ready for a showdown with the winner of Little Mac and Pac-Man. Little Mac had a close fight.
Both of those are people I would not want to 1v1.
That is true. Little Mac had a close fight with Shulk. However,
the KO.
Okay, you're P1 somehow.
Yep.
So you're going to need to select Little Mac. Top corner.
Little Mac.
And what do you do next?
Wait, what? How did Shulk get in? I thought
Oh,
Shulk
yeah.
lost to Little
Pac-Man.
Mac. Yeah, I was like, what?
Alright, here we go. Little Mac and Pac-Man.
I was like, didn't Shulk lose?
Yes, he did. Alright, so. Both characters pretty good in round
Daphne's
1.
here.
Pac-Man did very, very well.
Daphne True is here.
Alright. Welcome to the Sunday Smash Day, Daphne. We've got a Bracket 2 showdown here between Little Mac and Pac-Man. And it looks like Little Mac is washed up.
Let me
Makes the dodge.
face. Whoops.
Oh, Little Mac with a big lead, 32 points at the moment. Oh, Pac-Man with the recovery. Things not looking good for the Namco Bandai fanatic. He's got to start making a comeback. He dodged that. That is good. He got the cherry hit. Oh, Little Mac with the clutch uppercuts on the recovery.
He said Little Mac's down to, or Pac-Man's
Okay.
like,
I don't know. Pac-Man's going to have to... Wow, he's down to 12. Things not looking good here. He's just been unable to land the close hits with the speedier Little Mac. He's making a late run here, 45-12, but it is all over in one
Little
swift
Mac
swoop.
and Bowser do so much damage.
Yeah.
That belt looks good on you.
So the final fours of Bracket 2 includes Pit versus Little Mac, and we're about to determine the next advancing.
If Bowser versus Little Mac, if that happens, it'll be like the battle of the two strongest people in this.
Speaking of that, we've got Bowser versus Roy.
Yeah.
So, King
Roy's
Koopa
gonna have
versus
to
the
fight
Koopaling.
Your old dad.
That is correct.
Roy?
Yep.
Okay.
CPU.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we
Think
go.
I'm good?
If Roy pulls this off, we could have an all Koopaling matchup down here in the bottom tier. All right, they come in at each other, both miss in the air, and Roy draws first blood and a plus 12 advantage. He is stonewalling dear old dad at this point in time. Oh, Roy with the clutch. Both characters using great blocks. Bowser with the slam. That was a 22-point hit there. Roy somehow dodges the fire. Bowser has built a commanding lead. He's not having it. Well, there we go. It's a plus 20 now as he comes in, does a nice job there. Bowser, Roy gets in with the drills. It's a 7-point lead for Bowser.
Yeah.
Bowser opens it back up with a big hit. Well, you have to watch everything when you miss it. All right, here we go. 46-44. Roy making the comeback. He's taking a 6-point lead. Bowser having none of that. He opens it back up to an 8-point advantage. Bowser takes the cannonball to the gut. He comes around to the side. He gets licked by Roy. Not an affectionate lick. This is it. This is dangerous. Bowser is gone.
Wow.
Roy delivers the pain, and Bowser is out of the game. Roy advancing to the bottom tier here. He will face the winner of this pivotal matchup, Princess Daisy versus Ludwig von Koopa. Gotta say, it seems like Bowser missed some opportunities there, but you have to give credit where credit is due. That said, we're going to go ahead, and it is going to be a showdown here. Daisy versus Ludwig. Classic Mushroom Kingdom action. You want to select Ludwig?
Yes. I would love to.
Save the best for last!
Huh.
Alright, so.
CPU!
Yeah, I was waiting on you. Alright, here we go. The winner here will move on to face Roy. Winner of that going on to the championship of the bracket. Winner of
Now,
Pit
I
versus-
have... Who's going to win this
22
bracket?
point
I'm not
advantage.
going to say it out loud, but I'm thinking it in my head.
Okay. Alright, it's a very even match. Daisy is taking the lead by 11, actually. Doing quite well here. She does the hip to the face. And don't kill yourself, Daisy. You're not Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah, actually.
Daisy flirting with disaster, but she's able to guard. Wow, she's opened up a 23-point lead. Nice edge guard evasion there, and he puts the drill down. She somehow dodges that cannonball with the swoop of the dress. Rockets back in, dodges the punches.
Is
It's a
the
22-point
dress
advantage.
gold and yellow?
Oh, yeah. The video just went viral. Princess Daisy delivers the uppercut, the foot to the no one's face. Turnips come in, the Mecha Koopa, and she finishes him off convincingly. However, Daisy is going to have to move on to face her third Koopaling in a row. This time going
Now
up against
remember,
Roy.
it's not Daisy, it's a reskin of Peach.
True. It just happens to look almost exactly like Daisy for reasons that aren't explained. Alright, so we move on now to the final four of this bracket. We have got Pit up against Little Mac. This should be a great matchup.
Yeah.
Little Mac's in the top corner. And...
CPU.
Yep. Oh, you changed the skin.
What? No.
Oh. Well, does it matter?
Uh,
I mean, it technically doesn't.
yeah.
Alright, so Little Mac got decked out for this one, and he's sporting his pink gloves for good luck, and apparently it's not working because he's getting slaughtered. He's down 27 right now. He's yet to land a hit on Pitts. He's down 36.
Should we do a rematch with his actual skin?
If you want that, we need to do it now. Tell me.
I mean, I guess we'll just keep this one going on. Yeah,
He's making a comeback, so the skin doesn't seem to be...
I mean, I think skins don't matter, and that's
Yeah,
proof
yeah.
because the Daisy skin...
Wow, he's taking a 27-point lead, dude.
Yep.
So Little Mac looked like he was down and out for the count,
Yeah.
but then he channeled his inner cryptic abilities to slaughter Pit.
Potato.
Very impressive win there. So he advances to the bracket championship. Same position as Villager was in bracket number 1. So what we're going to see now...
The number 1 seed of the bracket curse.
Roy versus Daisy is up next. So I'm going to handle Roy this time.
And I will get... But actually, Daisy.
And there you go. Alright. I don't know why it defaults back when you're done CPU every time. Alright, we got the advertisement for Bowser Jr. Daisy waves at no one. She has no fans here. Roy missed out on an opportunity to get the downward attack. And this is just a dance. Welcome to the Koopaling Ball. Daisy. That was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen level 9s do. It's a shame they stopped, actually. They should have kept doing that. We could have made a highlight of it. But Roy with a nice... Oh, wow. This is getting dangerous. They need to get inward if they want to land some hits. Roy with the great recovery. I was a little worried about the guy there. He's come back in. He's getting slaughtered, though, 74-25. Princess Daisy has not had any trouble taking out these Koopalings, and it looks like she's going to do the same here. Handily defeats Roy, who had to feel confident moving in. Lots of pressure. But it will be Princess Daisy and Little Mac in the Bracket 2 Championship. This should be interesting. Is this kind of what you predicted happening?
One of the characters in the match was the person I predicted would move on.
Yeah.
I think you can guess which one.
Alright, so Little Mac versus Daisy. This is a right to win their bracket, the Luigi bracket, the Tier 2 bracket, and most importantly, advance on to the Final Four of the entire tournament. Let's see what goes down. We've got a training tip here, training trip. Oh, he's shit. Okay. I was like, man, Alright, so Princess, is she going to dance with Little Mac too? I don't know that he'd have any of that. But he's getting beat 16 points right now. Let's see, this is her first non-Koopaling battle this entire time.
Yeah.
He's evening it up. She's only got a +5 advantage. She seems to like to entice people with the edge.
Yeah.
And land a few hits on them over here. Little Mac coming back in. He is down 21 points. This is about where his comeback started last match, and he's even the score with... Is he not having it? Reemerges 14. He's trying to fill up that KO meter. I don't think she's ready for the KO meter. It's 32-30, super close. The KO meter is about to be charged. If she gets... Okay. He's in the KO mode. It's a 17-21 point.
Use the KO.
Oh my gosh, he's down to 3 hearts. She shoots herself off the edge.
The KO's gone.
She is just toying with him. Oh my goodness.
What happened to the KO?
Well, I think it expired. Daisy advances to the Final Four in what many would have to consider a huge upset.
Myself included.
Yeah, so Daisy and Peach, winners of their respective Bracket 1 and Bracket 2.
Now, I was hoping this wouldn't happen because it's a reskin,
True.
but
Oh gosh.
nothing's moved.
Lids are fantastic.